It's good to be back in Bangkok. And as Carrie and I are settling in, I would like to get our weekly devotional thoughts started again. And today's devotional thought came from my Bible reading recently. Last year, Carrie gave me a nice new Bible that is Holy Land Illustrated Bible, and it's got a lot of great articles and photographs of different things in the Holy Land and some background information, a lot of great things about archaeology, some of the different history things. And one of the ones recently was about the Sabbath law. And of course, as Christians today, we don't celebrate the Sabbath the same way that the Jews did. They set aside what is Saturday to be their Sabbath day. And of course, that was according to God's command. And if we go back to Exodus chapter 20, here is the fourth of the 10 commandments that talks about the Sabbath. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You are to labor 6 days and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. You must not do any work, you, your son or daughter, your male or female servant, your livestock, or the resident alien who is within your city gates. For the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and everything in them in 6 days. Then he rested on the seventh day. Therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and declared it holy. And so the Jews really saw this as a sacred thing. And in fact, the article that I read about the Sabbath law says that the Jews set aside 39 classifications to determine what is types of work that cannot be done on the Sabbath, because if it says in the commandment you are to rest on the seventh day, the Sabbath, then they were thinking through, well, what constitutes work? And the point is that through the years, it became much more complicated because they tried to think of every kind of scenario that might possibly be work that would make them violate the Sabbath law. And this article gave some great examples of what they did. It said that they figured that the Sabbath law prohibited kindling a fire, carrying on trade, treading the winepress, placing a load on an animal, or holding market. So they tried to think of every possible type of activity that might be work. And I think that they started with good intentions. I think there was a good reason behind that they wanted to honor the Sabbath. But somewhere along the way, those good intentions became just a bunch of rules and nothing more. That they were filling up a checklist of religious activity, but they lost the intent behind the Sabbath, because the Sabbath meant that, for one, we do need a rest for our bodies physically, but more importantly, we need to put aside other distractions and have a time to focus on God, to focus on His goodness, to focus on His greatness, to think through all that He has done for us and all that He is, so that we can worship Him. And I just want to encourage us today as we listen, though most of us don't honor the Sabbath day the same way on a Saturday as was intended with the original fourth commandment. But we should make certain that we are focusing on God, and any of the laws, any of the regulations, the do's and the don'ts that come out of the Bible, we need to be careful to not let them become nothing more than fulfilling a checklist, because God doesn't want empty religion. God wants our hearts. He wants genuine devotion. And so I see that in this original idea from the Sabbath, that I think the Jews started out well, but they let the commonness of it, that they were doing it all the time, become just empty religious activity. And whether we're Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Catholic, it does not matter. We need to always be careful to not let the things we do become simply empty religious activities. Let's give God our heart, give God our best, no matter what we're doing. Thank you for joining me today, and God bless you.